Tibbers, T-Bats, crazy people, welcome back to the little channel. Thanks, Scott, by the way, for all the new subscribers recently. I think a lot of that had to do with an interview that I did with an expat named John. And so I appreciate you watching that and appreciate your comments, both good and bad. They're always welcome. And today, I thought May and I would take you on kind of a atypical day, if you will, with us driving around and going places. So we got May's mighty 110cc scooter behind me. The reason why we're going to be driving in May's little scooter is because I managed to snap the back axle on my gay ass looking scooter, and it's been in the shop for about a week. So that being said, I got a message last night from my mechanic. They finally located an axle. And so we're going to drive you down the hill and introduce you to our mechanic, or at least show you where the bike is. I've got to give him 4,000 pesos so he can buy the axle. And then we're going to go from there. We're going to go downtown and we're going to go to a place called Ground Zero, which is our new kind of favorite hangout place. It's a new coffee shop. It's been in action for about a year, and it's finally got its feet. It's finally got its rhythm going. And we've really enjoyed our time there. And we'll give you a little tour of Ground Zero and how to get there. There may be an opportunity to get together with John today. He's going to be in Dumaguete looking for a new apartment. And so I thought if we can connect with him, I'll sit him down and him and I will have a little chat, and we'll give everybody a little update on what's going on with John. And then after that, May and I are going to go to a store called Crest, where we buy a lot of stuff that we can't find in places such as Robinson's or Hypermart. And we'll give you a little tour of that place. And then we'll see what else springs up. All right? So come along for the ride, and we'll see you in a bit. We pulled over. We came down the hill already. And we'll just take you on a short jaunt over to where Toto, my mechanic, is here in Valencia. And we didn't think it was necessary to drag you all the way down the hill. We've already done that a time or two. But we'll take you with us. A little road construction going on. Laying the pipe. All right. Gonna make a left and a right. There's some new construction there. Building stuff all over the place. There's some old construction there. All right, let's see if Toto's here. We got to give him some money so he can order me an axle, because our gay ass looking little scooter, I managed to break the back axle on it. Story to come. All right, here we go. You see the bike anywhere?
Yes, sir.
Oh, there it is. How are you? Is Toto here? No? He went to the market. Can I leave some money for him?
Okay.
Okay. Can you give this to Toto?
Yes.
That's for the chicken bike back over there.
Yeah.
We need an axle.
Yes.
All right, man. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Okay, guys, we've come down the hill, and we are on Jose Romero Street, coming up to the National Highway, home of Robinson's. And we're going to try to navigate our way through the intersection here. This is always fun. Got traffic coming, not from two directions, but from three. So we're going to just wiggle out here. And we managed to get that done. And we've taken you guys on this route before, but to get where we're going, there's no other way to go. The challenge with driving down here to go to a specific destination is the fact that Dumaguete is home of so many one-way streets. And so there is just no direct little way of just getting there. You have to hang a left, you have to hang a right, you gotta go here, you gotta go there. And knowing where you're going is, you have to game plan. It took me about 1.5 years to figure out what goes where. So, well, I'm a slow learner, so I'm sure you guys will pick it up in a week or two. Believe it or not, traffic's moving actually fairly good today. This is a big blocking spot. And what's this guy doing? I think he's turning right. There was no signal or indicator, but that's okay. He's bigger than me, so that means he can do whatever the hell he wants. So once again, now it's our turn to go to ground zero. We just dropped off the money for Toto, so he can do a little ordering on an axle for me. And once we get that scooter up and running again, we will be able to take a trip to Siquijor. Now, I would take May's bike over there, but I can't because we haven't got the proper registration for it yet. So, that being said, I do not want to rent a bike over there. Okay, we're gonna well, let's just go up this way, baby. There's the old church, landmark in Dumaguete. Anyway, the registration deal is when I go over to Siquijor and we're going to do a driving tour, I've been there 3 times and each time I've rented a bike and it's just a hot mess. Like that was. The bikes don't work, the tires are bald, the batteries are low. They always give it to you on fumes. And so every time I've gotten a bike and had to exchange it once, twice, 3 times. Now up here on the right, no, not yet. Oh, over here is a new parking lot structure that they're building up. Okay. Soft opening. Parking spaces available. Closed on Sundays. Alrighty then. So you can show them Min Fun, baby. Right there, Min Fun Japanese restaurant. We've eaten there a number of times, really like it, and we've only gotten sick once. I got a bad shrimp and so did May. But that doesn't say it's out forever. Over to the right is the boulevard. And Bo's Coffee and Tom Tom's. And then dead ahead up here and on the left is Ground Zero. So we're gonna pull in here and park. We'll get ourselves a coffee and we'll see what's shaking. Okay, boys and girls, we're here at Ground Zero. I thought I'd give you a little tour of the sweets and treats and kind of the general vibe. So as you can see, it's very modern. They have a two-story setup, and on the upper floor is like a gaming area. I've never been up there because it's always been dark. And I want to be careful not to videotape people that may not want to be on videotape. But here's an idea of what they offer. And they also have, rare for a coffee shop, they've got a full liquor selection. And then coffees, of course. And then you never know who you're going to see. There's a nefarious group of people. I don't know. It's a scary group. Maybe I shouldn't recommend this place after all. And then I'm going to go up high because I don't want to get the kid in the picture. But I'll show you outside. They have a seating area out here and plenty of parking, which is actually unusual. So there's lots of slots for cars, and then there is an area for scooters. And speaking of scooters, let's just walk over here. There's the mighty Street Beat scooter that she rode one time. Anyway, that came out as a good plan B. All right, so we'll go back inside and we'll see what else there is to see. But I have to be careful. I don't want to videotape a bunch of guys that don't want to be on video. So, right there is John. He's coming to meet me. We're making progress with him. He just met with this young man here, one of the subscribers. How'd you like meeting John?
Johnny's a great guy. He's got a full head of hair, not like me.
You want to say hi to YouTube?
Hello, YouTube. Nice to see you.
Tell them who you are.
Hello from Dumaguete. I'm from Boston, Massachusetts. And everything Paul says is true here. And you got to support Paul. He knows his ropes, and Gio's over there. And, it's unbelievable here. So come to the Philippines.
What's your name?
Yale.
There you go.
Boston, Massachusetts.
Thanks for meeting up with John. It's good to give him some support, huh? Yes. All right. So we don't want to videotape those people. But there's John. Him and I are going to have a little quick update. What's this young lady's name?
I am Joanne.
Oh, my goodness. And who are you? So there's a bunch of people over there. Let's see, we'll try to keep them out of the camera. And we'll just call it a day. Okay, we'll end up the video up with pretty ladies. How's that? All right, say goodbye to the next segment. That's my big tour of Ground Zero. Okay, so we're going to try to talk over all the noise that's in here. It's been, I think, 4 days since we did our initial video. Can you give me a little update as to what's been going on in your life? Can you show them what Ricky did for you?
Ricky gave me a Samsung A03 to be exact, and I really needed it in the worst way.
And I think he agreed to pay for 1 year's worth of data for you.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
Okay, so Ricky reached out to me after seeing the video and said, this guy needs to get on to what his real intention was to start up, and it's a brilliant idea, is to start up a Facebook support group for you. And so far you've got one guy, that you've got on
Yeah,
there, right?
Guy. I don't remember his last name.
His name is Guy.
Yeah, and he's from Canada.
Okay. And
And actually from Australia, I think, but he lives in Canada now.
okay. So we're going to try to add 20, 30, 40 guys on there. I don't know.
Yeah.
And hopefully you can stay in touch with John and offer a word of encouragement here and there. That never hurts. And your mission today is to try to find a new apartment.
Yeah.
And so what we've decided to do, and I've explained it to John, is that we will subsidize the first and the last on the apartment. And then through the collective of people that have reached out to John, we're going to be able to give him some money once a week. It won't be a big sum of money. It will be a couple, 3,000 pesos, something, whatever you need at that juncture. But once John does get into the apartment, we're going to go over and stock it with food and water and whatever else he wants or needs. And then hook up some internet for you so you can stay connected to the world.
Yes.
And you are going to get primarily out of that toxic environment in the barangay, correct?
Yes.
And as it stands right now, the mother of your kids does not want to have really much of anything to do with you. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So that's just the reality as of today. I think we all know that life happens and things change. So we're going to keep this short and sweet. John's got a mission today, and that's to go and try and find some new digs here in Dumaguete, closer to us, closer to the people that he's familiar with, and out of the situation, that toxic situation that he's in that barangay. And so we will keep you guys updated and posted. Is there anything you'd like to say, John? I mean, how do you feel as far as the connections that you've made so far?
Well, I get goosebumps every time this subject comes up. I'm shocked. I'm numb. I mean, I don't know. I don't really have anything to say at this point because I'm a guy who processes things as I go along, and then I come up with things, and I'm just shocked at the way that the people in this community have helped me out. I always thought that the people here in the Philippines, you know, they once they find a foreigner who's destitute, they're gonna take advantage of them at every turn. And it's completely different here right now. And as far as having anything to say about it, I'm completely numb at this point. I mean, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I am. I really am.
So the experience has been at least a little bit positive for you?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I can't believe it. I'm shocked. All the people that that I see every day around here, all part of the support group.
Yeah. And getting out of that barangay, that's going to be what? As far as you're concerned, getting out of that.
Well, it's gonna be a huge help. I mean, that's all I could say. It's a squatter place. It's the house that was built. I mean, it's trashed. I mean, there's pee and poop and you name it. It's all over the place. And it's going to get out of there. It'd be more of a sanitary environment for sure.
Yeah, I think if you get someplace hygienically clean, someplace quiet, someplace where you can, gather your thoughts, take a hot shower, we'll get you online and, back into a mattress off of the floor, and we'll just take it from there.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So we will give you guys an update.
Oh, thank you, everybody. By the way, I mean that's all I can say at this point is thank you.
All right. Well, that's more than enough. All right, kids. We'll see you later. Okay, so we are leaving ground zero after our little tete-a-tete, and we're going to head over to immigration. I just remembered I got to pick up my passport. So we'll take you over there, show you where that is. Pretty familiar territory if you've been on a ride along with us before. We've got Evermall over here. The infamous McDo's over here. Where would we be without Jolly B? And then while I'm driving, I'll just let May kind of swing the camera around and show you the sights. Alright, so we're at Greenwich Pizza. And that's my marker for turning. And then you're going to see the world's smallest sign for immigration. It took me forever to find this place the first time. So right there, baby, if you could, just show them the Bureau of Immigration sign. All right, boys and girls, we're here at the Bureau of Immigration. We're going to go down this long, dark hallway, and we're actually going to go to JRC, which is next to immigration, which is who has got my passport. And I'm real curious as to why they charged me 5,000 pesos for a 29-day renewal. I didn't question it at the time, but I'm going to question it this time. Now, we're going to walk down the hallway. May's going to show you where it is, but she's not going to bring the camera inside, okay? So come on, we'll go down and I'll just show you where it is. Woo! First time I tripped today. Means I've got 7 more in my future. So this is JRC. And then we're just going to keep on keeping on real quick and show you where the actual Bureau of Immigration is, which is right here and right in here. And as you can see, there's a lot more foreigners than there used to be. All right, so I'm going to go inside and I'll let you guys know how it goes. Alrighty, kids, we're leaving immigration. I picked up my passport. I found out the mystery of the 5,000 pesos. And while we're driving, as soon as I get through the traffic here, I'll explain it to you. But I gotta pay attention to what the hell's going on here. I got this guy coming out. This guy crossing the street. I'm gonna go across with the traffic guy. Yeah, and then we're gonna go to Crest. And Crest is a place where we buy food that we can't normally find in, say, Robinson's or Hypermart, things like that. Since I started a diet, I buy a lot of steak, and that's what they've got. And they've also got a fair, we'll show you inside. They've got a good assortment of cheese and all that good stuff. So let me get on the road here, and I'll kind of give you my JRC review. All right, so when I started using JRC, it was 1,000 pesos just to avoid immigration and have them do all the paperwork for you. And at the time, immigration was packed. And then they came up with a great service for an exit clearance. And so the exit clearance to me is still of big value, simply because I have to go to Cebu. They cannot do an exit clearance here out of Dumaguete. So a trip to Cebu is going to run you $100, $200, $300, depending on what hotel you're in, how many days you stay. Not to mention it's a fairly arduous trip by bus. So to me, that's still a value. However, this time, my 29-day renewal fee was 3,020 pesos or 30 pesos. But JRC's gone up from 1,000 pesos to 2,000 pesos. And I don't see the value in that any longer. I would just as soon sit it out for 20 minutes over an immigration for the 40 bucks. And immigration, well, it's getting busier now that guys are here, is not as psycho as it was back in the day. So that's my immigration story, or my JRC story. I would still use them for an exit clearance, but any other future transactions, such as just simple extensions, I'll save the money. So I think the 2,000 is a little excessive. But that's his business, and he's free to charge any fee that he likes. See what the market will bear, I suppose. So over here is the 4C Fitness Club that's now shut down, which disappointed a lot of guys. And then there's a variety of restaurants to the right, and we're going to be coming up on Crest here in just a second. And then once we park this powerful beast of maze right over here, we're going to take the primo spot. We're going to go inside of JRC and show you around inside of it. Okay, so we're here inside of Crest. This is the front looking out to the street. And I'll just kind of swing the camera. And so, where's May? We'll just roll down this way. So here they've got a bunch of freezers. Frozen foods, sauces. Let's see. A lot of packaged stuff, packaged vegetables. Like the blueberries, you can only find blueberries here as far as I know. And then over here, what they carry, which is kind of not exclusive to them, but definitely something that most places don't have, on a regular basis at least, is stuff like the Hungarian beef, Vienna sausage, more of your imported kind of stuff. Salami. And then over here is our section, which is the steaks. And we're going to come back to that later and sort some out. But for now, I'm just going to show it to you. And then we'll come back in and do our shopping. I want to give you kind of a view of what's going on. And there's Meg. So, meats. And then cheeses. Sort of an onboard deli here. And we make this our last stop and then go home, simply because the food will not last if we have it on the bike for any length of time. Oh, look what May scored. Folgers. We just ran out of coffee. Good job, baby May. We got lucky. Put that in the basket. So yeah, stuff like Folgers you normally won't find in, say, wherever, Hypermart. Some American cereals. I just kind of give you an overall view. I don't have to tell you what it is. You guys can see. And for those connoisseurs of the fine spirits, here you go. I don't want to videotape anybody that doesn't want to be videotaped. Imported beer.
I finally meet you.
Hey, how are you? Say hi to YouTube. You want to say hi to YouTube? No? Okay.
See you on the video.
All right.
But
Well,
you gave me a lot of clients.
oh, do I?
Yeah.
Well, how's that?
Dolce Vida.
Oh, Dulce Vida.
Yeah.
God bless you.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome. Maybe I'll move in there.
Maybe. I hope so.
All right, thank you. Nice to meet you. All right, May's favorite spot. The chocolate aisle. And what do we got over here? Yeah, so this is like mostly imported stuff, guys. Cookies, meats, cheeses. The coffee, again, is a major score. Because sometimes they've got it, sometimes they don't. And like I said, there's just a pretty good selection of alcohol here. And there's May. Oh yeah, there's music going, huh? We're gonna get screwed. We're gonna have to probably, have to blank a lot of this out with the music overhead, huh? I just now realized that. All right. Okay, so to give you one more look, this is probably going to be muted because there's music playing overhead. All right, so we're going to do our shopping. I'm going to pick up some steaks, some cheese, some various stuff, the coffee, and then we're going to head home. So guys, thanks for coming along with us today and taking the little train ride, if you will, through Dumaguete on our little day-to-day life. Baby May, say goodbye. Say goodbye, baby May.